and welcome to the last video of this year. Today I'm going to do one last New Year's Eve inspired makeup look. This sparkly smoky eye right here. And that's it. It's glittery, it's intense, and if you want to see how I did it, stick around. I'm gonna do my eyes first today because I am going to apply a lot of glitters and a lot of dark shades. So I'm gonna prime first with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer. This will make sure that the eyeshadow is going to last the entire night, of course. I would rather go for an eyeshadow primer instead of just going for regular concealer because it just lasts longer in my experience. With concealer, the eyeshadow will crease after a few hours. Kind of depends on the concealer formula as well. If it's a more matte, more dry, let's say a texture of a concealer, that's gonna be, in my experience, a better eyeshadow primer than a hydrating concealer. But the best option is still a product that is meant to be used as a primer, something like this. You have to let this sit for a couple of minutes so it has a bit of chance to dry, so you'll be able to blend on top of it. I don't know why I find it so difficult to speak today. I didn't film in like a week maybe, and anytime I take a break from filming, I just become awkward in front of the camera. Okay, so for this look, I'm going to use a lot of blacks, and I think I'm actually gonna go for a pencil base. I'm gonna use a black pencil and then top it with black eyeshadow, and let's see how that goes. So I will take my pencil and I will use a smudge brush as well. I have this one from Real Techniques. It's a shading brush actually from Real Techniques, and I'm going to apply the pencil and blend it out with that brush. The placement of the black is going to be concentrated in the outer corner of my eye. I want a more like an extended cat eye shape, as I usually do. Nothing new here. And I'm just gonna carelessly apply the pencil right here in kind of like a triangle shape. I think I'm gonna bring it just a bit upwards. I'm using my crease as a guide, so I'm gonna stop kind of at my crease level when I look ahead. I have a very visible crease, so it's right here. So I'm going to apply the pencil up to my crease. And I'm going to make sure that this is connected to my lower lash line. So I'm going to draw like a little bit of a sketch here in the outer part of my waterline to make sure that it is connected to the top part. And I'm gonna take my little smudge brush and I'm gonna use it to diffuse the pencil a little bit. I think I do a similar look every year on New Year's Eve. Like as a New Year's Eve look, I usually go for this smoky silver type of a eye look. So I'm smudging the pencil upwards and out again to create a little bit of an extension to my eye, a more flirty look, let's say. I don't want a lot of shadow on my lower lash line, so I will just smudge it just a little bit, just in the outer corner. I just said just. I said it again, like 4 times. Okay, let's set this with a little bit of a black eyeshadow. I'm gonna reach for my Warrior 2 palette from Juvia's Place. This is a combination between warm tones and cool tones, but I usually reach for the cool tones in this palette. The black, and I really like this transition. The gray is really great as well. I'm gonna go for the black just to set the pencil into place. I'm using the same brush, by the way. And I am carefully stamping the black eyeshadow above the pencil to set it and also intensify it a bit. As I go up, I apply less pressure on the brush, so that way the eyeshadow is going to come out a little bit more faded. So the pressure that I use is very, very light. I'm barely touching my skin with the brush right now. And I'm also gonna use a transition shade. I'm gonna pick a Morphe 506 brush, which is a little rounded blending brush. And I'm gonna pick this lovely transition here. I think it could also work as a contour. I think I used it in the past as a contour powder for my face. And I'm blending this all over my crease starting from the outer corner but also bringing it to inwards, and kind of bringing it in this area around my nose. And what if I apply it all over my lid as well? I'm not really sure what I want to do on my lid, but to have a little bit of a base, I'm gonna go for this one. I think I need more black in my outer corner because I covered it with the transition. So I picked up just a tiny bit more and stamping it again, re-intensifying it. And then just blending some more. I didn't pick any more of that transition shade. I'm just using my brush with whatever is left on it to do a little extension in the outer corner. I think right here it's a very harsh transition between the black and the light transition shade. So I'm gonna pick just a tiny bit of this gray. I'm actually gonna lighten it a bit with the transition. I'm using a Makeup Addiction smudge brush, and I'm gonna use this combination right here at the edge between these two shades just to make the transition a tiny bit smoother. That is better, but I gotta add glitter. I just use my Fenty Diamond Bomb. Let's see if that is enough. This is in the shade How Many Carats, and it's fine, lovely glitter. I'm just gonna pick a little bit on my finger and stamp it all over my eyelid, starting from the inner corner towards the center of my lid. This is just a magical product. I abused it this holiday season. Is that enough glitter for me? I don't think it is, because I have the MAC Qween Supreme palette. This is really old and discontinued probably, but I think I want to reach for a shade in this just to amp up the glitter a little bit. What if I think I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna use the same shading brush and use this kind of over that gray shade. Let's see how that goes. This has beautiful sparkles too. Just adding a bit more of the Diamond Bomb, just in case I covered some of it. Yes, that is lovely. I have a plan for the lower lash line to add more glitter, but first I'm going to line the entire waterline with the black pencil. And I'm also gonna line underneath my eyelashes. And bringing the pencil all the way to my inner corner, lining the tear duct as well. I really like contouring this spot right here. I feel like it defines the eye so beautifully. Okay, let's add a little bit more glitter. I want to add some right in the inner portion of my lower lash line, and I'm gonna use the NYX Glitter Brilliance in the shade Crystal. This is a party. It's holographic almost, I think. And I have the glitter primer again from NYX. So I'm gonna take some out with a little detail brush. Actually, this is a Makeup Addiction Precision Shader. I'm gonna pick up some of this glitter primer, and of course I'm going to add it right here where I want the glitter to go. I'm gonna take some glitter out. I'm gonna use the same brush to pick up some glitter. Now that I have the glitter primer on the brush, the glitter is gonna stick to the brush. And I'm gonna stamp it right here. It's like I cannot see properly. I look at this and I feel hypnotized. It has such interesting shifts. Okay, I finished both of my eyes and now I want to do my face makeup. I'm going to go straight into foundation. I don't normally use a face primer. It's just my skincare that I feel like my skincare is a great makeup base. Anyway, foundation. I'm going to go for the Reboot foundation from Makeup Forever, but I'm gonna mix in just a bit of the IRL filter from Makeup Revolution, just to alter the shade a little bit. This is a tiny bit dark for me, so I'm gonna lighten it with the Makeup Revolution 1. So I'm gonna use like maybe 2 pumps of the Makeup Forever and I think 1 pump of the Revolution one. Like that. And I'm gonna do a little mix on my hand. And I think that's a nice shade for me. And I have the sponge from Real Techniques. This is what I'm gonna use to blend in the foundation. I'm gonna pick up the excess from my hand and start blending this into my skin while doing little bouncing motions. So I'm not dragging the product around with the sponge. I'm instead blending by tapping. I'm going to be really careful around my eyeshadow, I don't want to ruin it. As concealer, I'm gonna go for the IRL Filter Finish, again, from Makeup Revolution, and I'm using the shade C7, and I really like this concealer. I think it blends beautifully into the skin. It has a very natural finish, kind of like a medium coverage, I would say. I am concentrating it in the inner portion right here. That's what I have, like a bit of discoloration and maybe a tiny dot right here. And I'm gonna go for a brush to make sure that I won't go over the eyeshadow with the sponge. I can't be as precise as I can be with the brush. And I'm gonna go for a medium shadow brush from Real Techniques. And I am again stamping it, very carefully going around my eyeshadow. Before setting, I'm gonna go for a few more cream products, and I have this new product. It's actually just new for me. The NYX Wonder Stick. It's a double-ended stick with a highlighter and a contour. They didn't have many shades in stock when I got this, so I got the shade light, I think. Let me see, light medium. I probably could have used a lighter shade, but I think I can make this work. The contour looks alright, I guess. I'm really curious to test this, so let's go. I'm gonna start from the top of my ear, bringing it down like that, and then contouring my jawline right here and a bit underneath my nose. Okay, let's blend it. I'm gonna use an expert face brush from Real Techniques, and I'm blending it upwards to give the illusion of a more lifted cheekbone. I mean, yeah, this works. It's definitely not too dark, especially if I don't use a huge amount of it. I think it works. This jawline contour, I'm gonna blend it downwards to create a bit of a shadow right here, and that will give the illusion of a sharper jawline. And blending the nose contour as well. But it is a lovely product. I like the shade. Should I use the highlighter part as well? I wonder if this is too dark. Let me just test it on my hand first. Yeah, it kind of looks a bit dark for me. I don't know how much is visible on camera. Yeah, you know what? Let me just try this. It's a bit red almost. It is lovely, although I think the shade is just a tiny bit. Yeah, I don't know, I don't have any feelings towards the highlighter. I do like the contour though. I'm not sure if I like the highlighter. Do I? Is that it? Okay. Okay, yeah, that is great. Looks nice. Since I'm going all cream products, as blush I'm going to use the SheGlam liquid blush in the shade Love Cake. And it is pink. Apply like 2 dots of that. And I'm gonna blend it out with the Juvia's Place Taper blending brush. I really like this for, I can't speak today, for cream blushes. I think it blends the cream products really nicely. And this of course is gonna cover a bit of that highlighter, but I think it's still gonna peek through a little bit. It's just gonna be a little bit more subtle, which I don't mind. I'm gonna set just my under eye area, but first I'm gonna make sure that the concealer did not crease. So I'm gonna just blend the creases a bit before setting. And I'm gonna go for the Makeup Revolution Lace powder. I think, no, actually the shade is called Lace. This is the baking powder, I think, from Makeup Revolution. And I'm gonna take a fluffy blending brush. This is a Makeup Addiction Duo Fiber Blender. Picking up a little bit of that powder, evenly coating my brush into the powder, and then I'm gonna use tapping motions and blend the powder into my skin to set the concealer, and also I'm bringing it down towards my pores area. By mattifying this area, the pores are gonna look a little bit less visible. And yeah, I think that highlighter is still showing, even covered by the blush, which is great. For the lips, I'm gonna go for something that I think I went for probably 1,000 times before, and it's a nude pencil from NYX. This is the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige, and the lifter gloss from Maybelline in the shade Pearl. I really want to go more creative with my lip colors, but not today. I'm probably gonna try like more subtle eye looks with different lip colors, but for a very intense eye look like this, I really like the nude pencil and gloss combination. I think it really keeps the focus on the eyes, so I'm gonna stick to that. I'm slightly overlining just in the center of my lip, right here, just going a bit above my natural lip line. And on my bottom lip, I'm just gonna follow my natural lip line. And I'm finishing off with this wonderful gloss from Maybelline. Ah, the smell of it. It is so good. I really like this product. It's like the Fenty Diamond Bomb, but in a gloss form. It shines so beautifully. Probably a dupe of the Gloss Bomb by Fenty. I don't think I tried the Diamond Milk one. I cannot remember. The one that's similar, like it has the white glitter particles, the milky white gloss. Might be similar though. I really like this Maybelline one. It's lovely. And that concludes today's look. A New Year's Eve inspired glittery smoky eye. I hope you enjoy it. It's the last video of the year, and it just makes me so nostalgic. I really love this year. 2023 was the best year of my life so far, and it makes me so nostalgic, but also so hopeful for the next year. I'm excited for whatever it is to come. I'm trying not to get all sentimental here, but that's it. I wish you an amazing end of the year. I hope you're gonna have fun on the New Year's Eve. Enjoy it, and I'll see you next year. Okay, that's it. Bye!